miles in from the main road, which is actually Route 95. We are scouting out our campsite. We passed, oh my, look at this dust. We passed a good amount of campers. You see a lot of the RVs within the first mile or so once you enter, and then the terrain becomes a little tougher, and then you see a couple of higher clearance or four-wheel drive vehicles that are camped out. But we're going quite a bit deeper in, which is good. I don't see anybody out here, which is exactly what we want. It is a Thursday. We do like to travel and camp if possible on weekdays, not the weekends. We try to avoid as many people as possible and try to really get out there and away from everyone. The good news is we have not seen anybody out here where we are right now, and hope that continues.
Back a little, you were kicking up a massive amount there.
My brother's behind me, and so I just completely buried his truck. For almost 1 year, we talked about driving out to Kofa Wildlife Refuge to explore the area. Well, we finally got around to it and made the trip, and we were happy that we did. We chose to enter in off King Valley Road because it appeared to be the one less traveled. With most of the campers and lower clearance vehicles in the first few miles of driving, we decided to venture on. After about an hour and a half of driving through the varied terrain and soaking in the incredible views, I have to admit, I was a little skeptical of where Joe was taking us. I questioned him a few times along the way as we passed some beautiful campsites about an hour in, but he kept telling me, "Trust me, Anthony, trust me." Well, I am glad I did, because we finally found our campsite and I was not disappointed. And although we did explore quite a bit in our 2-night stay, there is still so much more we wanted to see of Kofa. We hope you enjoy the video highlighting the sights and shenanigans we experienced during our stay in this scenic and well-kept area of Arizona. This is Kofa Wildlife Refuge. We just arrived here at our campsite at Kofa. We didn't see a soul coming out here, and I think we're about 20 miles in from the main entrance, and it was very narrow roads and very rocky roads, so I don't think, well, I'm hoping we're not going to see very many people out here, especially because it's the weekday. It's a Thursday, so we'll spend Thursday night. Joe, what's today? Thursday. We'll probably spend Thursday night, Friday night, and then we'll leave on Saturday, but I suspect maybe on Friday night we'll see some more people. The wind actually just died down, but it's been crazy windy. You can see right here, the chairs, we can't even keep up. They keep falling over. The tripods keep falling over. I didn't put the awning up because I'm afraid it's gonna just take off. But we have everything set up here for later, keep us warm because it's getting like a little chilly. A little Chivas Regal. And my brother set up over here. I'm gonna sleep out of the 4Runner with a deep sleep mattress. I think you guys have seen my setup. I'll show it later though. My brother's sleeping out of the tent, and his goal is to eventually sleep out of the bed when he gets the full camper shell, but he's not sure what he wants yet. I'm gonna take a little climb on this hill right here and see if I can see what's on the other side, or kind of the surrounding area, see what's going on. I wonder what that is. You gotta be careful when you walk in these. For snakes, other critters. Made it to the top of the mountain. This is my view from up here. The desert landscape in Kofa Wildlife Preserve. It's quite beautiful. See if we can see the camp from up here. There it is. about 5:15. Sun's coming down fast. Getting ready to light that fire. This might be our dinner tonight. There you go. That's what I'm talking. Alrighty then. Cheers. Finally got the fire going. It was difficult with the wind that we're having. I actually have this rock holding my chair down because my chair keeps blowing over. But right now the wind has died down. But I said that it was gonna stay calmer, and it's always picked up. So hopefully it stays a little bit calmer now that the sun is setting. My brother's cooking burgers over there. I'm having leftover of that teriyaki rice from earlier, and I'm just gonna enjoy my whiskey and maybe a beer or so. He's over there trying to keep his fire lit to get the burger cooking. He's not having luck. Let's go check it out. Hello. So windy that this pan is having a hard time heating up. You got two? Oh, one for breakfast. No, one for tomorrow. Alright. My brother brought his pan over to my cooktop. So now they're going. It's good, Joe. I'll have leftovers. You have a nice burger. It's a little chillier than I thought. Oh, it's supposed to be, when I look at the weather, it's supposed to be a low of 48 last night. And my thermometer's telling me it's 29, so 20 degrees colder than I had planned for. So it's not as cold as some of you guys who do that winter camping, but for Arizona, when you have thin skin, 29 degrees, especially when you're not prepared for it, it's pretty chilly. So I woke up to see the sunrise. I can see it just starting to peek over the mountains here. You can see it right there. It's coming through, and over the top over there. So I think it's about 6:30. I'm worried about my brother. He slept in the tent last night. At least I was in the 4Runner. And I had my 20-degree sleeping bag. So the only thing that was really cold were, for some reason, my feet. And then it's a mummy sleeping bag, so my nose and my mouth was sticking out. So that was what was cold last night. And my hands, I had to stick them. I had to stick them deep in the sleeping bag to see if my brother's alive. Yo. You, did you survive? I was worried about you. Holy crap, man. Did it keep you insulated at all? The tent keep you insulated at all?
Well, it did. It was fine, but the ground.
Yes.
It felt like there was a draft coming through.
What about your blankets? My brother didn't have a 20-degree sleeping bag. He just had a cheap sleeping bag that I had extra. He didn't prepare for it either, but guess the temperature.
40.
29. You can see the sun right there coming over the mountains too. So it's gonna be a pretty sunrise. Anyway, we're gonna get a jump to the day. Or actually, the plan is, and we'll see if we fall through on it, but I believe the plan is to pack our campground up here and head that way for maybe a couple hours and explore this park. This park is 55 miles and there's a lot to explore. So as beautiful as it is right here, we have a lot to see still. So we will make some breakfast, pack up, and hit the road and head yonder and see what we can find.
That plan, or leave the tents here, pack up the coolers and the solar shit, solar generators, and explore.
I totally forgot that My brother bought his winter pajamas. Good job, Joe. You got your winter pajamas?
What happened?
Your box says you bought your winter pajamas. Breakfast time.
Yeah, she's working. Fresh avocado. A little crema.
Tomatillo?
That's avocado.
You like your avocado, huh?
Not bad.
Looks good. Had a little change of plans. I guess we're gonna stay at this campsite. We're gonna pack up some of the stuff we need. We're gonna take the Tacoma, leave the 4Runner here, and explore, and then come back here later on this afternoon to the same campsite. So I need to pack a lunch. I did turkey burger patties before I left. I have 3 of them, so I'm gonna cook one up for lunch. I'm probably gonna have one for breakfast too. I'm not really in the mood for eggs. And the one thing I also realize is that I keep 2 of these, and I have to be careful because I have one for oil and I have one for whiskey, and they look similar. So I'm gonna make sure that I cook with the oil, not the whiskey. We're just gonna take the e-bike with us and travel, 15, 20 miles into the preserve, and take the e-bike in case we wanted to go deeper in. And we are leaving camp behind, which makes me slightly nervous. So we have my brother's tent and then our cooking setups and the 4Runner staying. I have my camping bins there, and I'm leaving all my setup behind. Truck is locked. I am leaving my Iceco refrigerator, Jackery 500, and the Jackery solar panel. So hoping everything stays safe. The good news is we haven't seen one person pass by since we've been out here. Now, we came out on a Thursday. Today is Friday, so a lot of people start to get out of work on Fridays and they do their camping and traveling. But we're gonna make it back to this camp this afternoon, and hopefully all our stuff is still here and intact. And we'll sleep over tonight and then head out early Saturday morning. We're about 3 miles from camp and the road got really rugged, but we finally have a sign of life. First people that we saw coming up here, I'm over my shoulder. Looks like there's 4 of them, so we pulled over, let them pass. There's only room for 1 on the path here. There's Dome Rock in the distance, right there. We were about 6 miles or so away from camp, and we're looking for the mines. I think it's called Canyon Mines. Looks like we're in some kind of mining museum. We're gonna go check it out, see what it's all about. This is interesting. There's an old bar. Huh! Just a little walk-up bar here. Alright, this is cool. Sheriff's office. There's a jail cell. Ah, well, there he is. My brother's in the jail. All right, I got you. Hold on. Let's see what's inside this jail cell, besides my brother. It's a step down in the dirt floor. There's the bed. It's just all made of rock. Wow. Stop that ringing. There's a file cabinet, and there's their guns all locked up, and the sheriff's desk. We're in this old hotel. My brother apparently is the receptionist checking people in.
I like to prefer the innkeeper.
My brother's the innkeeper. This place is quite cool. There's a lounge, the bar area, some tables to sit down, and then of course you go into the back room, and this is where the gambling happens. They close this off here, but these are the roulette tables, and oh, looks like there might be a brothel upstairs too. There's the upstairs here. So this is our second day in Kofa Wildlife Preserve. Today was very windy when we got here, and the temperature was a lot cooler than I had thought, and especially at night it went down to 29 degrees when I thought it was going to be 48 degrees, so I wasn't completely prepared for that. And it got real cold, even with my 20-degree sleeping bag. It was fine, but a lot colder than I had thought. And today there's only just a slight breeze, not very windy, and temperature is quite a bit warmer. So 69 degrees right now. It's almost 5 o'clock, and today we went out, we drove about, we left the 4Runner here, took us to Tacoma, and drove that direction for about 13 miles. And we ended up hitting an old mining town that they converted into a museum, which was real fun. We're about 15 miles off the main road, and though it doesn't require 4-wheel drive to get where we are, it does require higher clearance vehicles. In the day we've been out here, I've seen only one person pass by, so that's great. A lot of times you go camping and you see people driving by constantly, side by sides, a lot of noise, and sometimes it's fun when you're in that festive mood, and sometimes you just want some peace and quiet, and this is one of those times where we come out to have some stillness. Yesterday, because it was chilly out and windy out, it was a whiskey day, or a whiskey kind of night, and today will probably be a nice cold beer kind of night. I'm going to probably hike the mountain in that direction, or I'm going to hop on the e-bike and head that way and kind of explore out of camp a little bit. This is a 55-mile preserve, and we've traveled about 28 miles of it, so it's been real nice, and I want to explore a little bit more, and so we're going to sleep overnight, and we'll head out after breakfast in the morning.
Chile.
The sun's going to be setting over there soon, over the mountain, and I think we might just chill out right now and see what kind of beer my brother has for us. Happy hour at camp. My brother's got the beer here. All right, what do we got?
So we got a Blue Moon and Negro-Modelo. Blue Moon's for you, Negro-Modelo's for me.
Great. All right, pop them up. Well, my brother brought the beers, but he didn't bring the bottle opener, so thank goodness for Westcott Designs. They have the bottle opener on the, really? Hold on a second. What is going on here?
Yeah, sure. This is the design.
Cheers.
Cheers. You know I like my beer like I like my women?
Because of population.
Because they just will not be able to sustain their economy at all. They're going to go through a period of severe, they're going to have... Just about there.
All right, he's gone. Smells good. Got it on. Mine is on. Like that?
No, I think I
Oh, wait, last night? Remember I told you there was a spark? Remember I was sitting here like, hey, there's a spark that landed. I thought it landed here. It was just fucking sitting there. A little bit warmer than yesterday. 31 degrees. Yesterday was 29, so, but it was windy. It was a little bit cooler. So that's the temperature. So it's 53 inside the 4Runner last night. It's not terrible. The first night was 42 degrees and windy, so it was hard to keep warm, but last night wasn't bad at all. You're gonna watch the sunrise over the mountain right here.